EA Play 2019 and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is here. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Boom Toasted Gaming. Today we've gone through a lot of the EA Play stuff from day one of E3, and we've done some reactions and stuff. Now we want to kind of break down some of the things that we've found the most interesting that has come out of EA Play today.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Star Wars. We're going to talk about some Apex Legends updates, some Battlefield 5, and some FIFA, and maybe a little more.
Yep.
But, so starting off, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Is it the best Star Wars game since the Jedi Knight games? Personally, those were our favorites, and since then we've gotten some good stuff with like the Force Unleashed and lightsaber combat. It fell a little short with the second one, and it also wasn't like that awesome of a game. It was like a really good one because we hadn't gotten one at a time in a long time. But this one looks pretty good. So we were watching the gameplay demo, and it instantly came off. We saw you saw your team, your guy join up with a team, and it looks like that's further in the story. But as soon as the gameplay kicked off, he grabbed a vine and started swinging off, and it gave us the impression of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, we immediately said that, and you can see like there's obstacles that he's having to push out of the way, or he's got to freeze something up. But it's definitely got a puzzle game, like a Tomb Raider. At first I was like, oh yeah, Square Enix made this, but no, Square Enix didn't make it. But it definitely has that same kind of adventure game feel to it. One of the things that I immediately noticed was when he jumped into combat. I was like, this doesn't look like a Star Wars Battlefront where he's just kind of slinging it around and like hopefully taking out some random stormtroopers. There's a lot of thought that went behind it.
Right. So yeah. So where it's like Tomb Raider is in maybe the exploration, and once he jumps into combat, it's almost like Star Wars Dark Souls. And I saw when the game was introduced a while back, it said it may play that way, and I recently got through playing Sekiro, or however you say it, but it's a ninja sword game made by the makers of Dark Souls. And so watching this gameplay demo, I instantly thought the same thing. Instead of just whack, 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 force, your character stood back and analyzed the type of enemy he was fighting, and then had to make decisions on how to fight that, whether he threw his lightsaber. You have really cool force mechanics. We saw push, pull, slow / freeze, and a lightsaber throw, and he would use different things based on different enemies.
Yeah, one thing that was cool too is it wasn't just like, oh, I froze my opponent and then like I could go up to him and slash him a little bit. We saw literally like what Kylo Ren did, like the blaster bolt is frozen in the air, and then I don't know if you saw this one time he actually ran up to it and deflected it from it being frozen and hit the guy. Like just little things like that, like it stays interactive.
Yeah, another cool thing, he freezes a guy, pulls him in, and puts him in the line of the fire.
Yeah, that was amazing. Like it still has its like deadliness to it.
So yeah,
that was awesome.
It's thoughtful combat. He gets in a fight and isn't just smacking away until he's got killed. He fights an Inquisitor at one point and does a force pull, and the Inquisitor holds his staff down and prevents himself from getting pulled. And eventually when he does, he attacks the guy. So you know that move's not going to work against that enemy type. So
yeah, and that's what reminded me a lot of. I mean, I'm sure it's the same way in Dark Souls and Sekiro. I didn't have a chance to play it, but like the Arkham games, like there was definitely certain characters that you were having to think. I can't just come at him like I came at this last guy. You got to think ahead. And just also with the thoughtfulness of that, you've got different force and stamina meters too, and like your health meter can't just be replenished by your droid unlimited amount of times. Like there's thought that like how am I gonna go into the situations where I can replenish my force and do all of those things. So
one thing that kind of stands out is like it's weighted in a way. You're not killing people and orbs are flying up, recharging your health.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you find stuff, it's like there's kind of some realistic gravity to it. That, like we saw that the color and the hilt of your lightsaber can be customized when found treasure chests. So you're going to be able to obtain things, whether it be probably health items or stuff like that. But it's not like, oh, break this jar and coins and health bars come at you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't remember if that's the way it was in Force Unleashed.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think
like
it was
you would get health things that come out, and then like energy, like force abilities and stuff. So it made the gravity of it a lot less because all you had to do was kill more people, and you were fine. So you were just like, kill, kill, kill.
Yeah.
With this one, you may have to, you know, like in the demo again, you're fighting a group of troopers and an Inquisitor, and he freezes the Inquisitor to basically, hold off, I need to deal with these guys before taking him on.
Yeah.
So again, it's thoughtful.
Yeah, and on that too, like you may have been low on force and said, okay, I'll kill these guys, have the force, and then I can use that to like really take out this guy. So like, just thinking about how you're going to approach that situation. We'll move on from the Star Wars, but it's definitely something you guys should check out. We'll leave a link to the videos that we saw in the description. But we're going to move on to Apex Season 2 has now been revealed. We didn't get too much information, or at least as much as I wanted. There was definitely some teases about the map getting some updates. I know that was something that right when the game launched, so it was like, oh, we see what the map is called. It's like, are we going to get more maps, or is this going to be like a Fortnite approach of them start doing like seasonal updates to it? We haven't got any of that so far, but I know there was like some construction equipment laid around, so there was definitely a hint that something would have come from this. We didn't get much of that, but in the trailer that we saw, we did see like a dragon flying by, so that's, I mean, I
maybe some evolution.
Yeah, exactly.
For you old Valko fans, maybe throughout the game something happens and it's like, oh crap, we got, maybe it's similar to PUBG's Red Zone. It's like an event that happens within the map that just kind of introduces some chaos to make you do something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But one of the main things, obviously, that has come from today from Apex is the character reveal of Watson. So just a high level, Watson's introduced in Apex Legends for, okay. Her real name is Natalie Paquette, and she's the daughter of the game's lead electrical engineer. Her tactical ability is called Perimeter Security and connects nodes to create electrified fences that damages and slows enemies.
Right, so in the trailer it showed she planted one on either side of the doorway, and then little bars planted up, so enemies will either get hurt or slowed down when, I'm guessing both, when they run through it. So that's a good way to barricade your team or like defend a position so that you can, you know.
And did we see that, like, what we saw, is that saying that it does recharge shield?
Yeah, so we actually saw, we were reading in one article, and it looks like, I think it was the ultimate ability that while your team is in a little area that she is in fact, she does recharge your team's shields. So that'll be, like we talked about in our reaction video, a really cool thing to pair with Lifeline. So you have your meds healing, but you know, there you don't have your shields. And then this now adds you, allows you to recharge your shields. So boom, perfectly healed team if you use the two of those in conjunction.
Some other things that have come from the Season 2 announcement is the introduction of challenges into the Season Pass. I know one of the complaints I heard was that people who played the game regularly were not even able to get to the end of the ranking for that Season Pass to unlock all of the stuff that it offered, what little it did offer. And so they definitely have responded to that and have introduced challenges similar to PUBG and Fortnite so that players who are dedicated to it can actually get to the end of it and feel accomplished.
And then lastly, they added a new weapon. So this is a weapon drop that it's called the L-Star, and it's not one of those weapons that you pick up and have to loot for ammo. It's one of the ones that still have the ammo in it, and it's ready to go, and it's a superpower weapon, same as one of those superpower snipers. Sorry, I don't know the name of that. It's been a minute since I've played. I'm addicted to PUBG. But if you played Titanfall 2, it's the L-Star and it's in there, so you should be familiar with that.
Yeah.
But it's coming to Apex Legends.
Yeah, so transitioning from Apex Legends now to Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is about to introduce Chapter 4 coming June 27th. They also announced that later this year, in the fall, we're getting Chapter 5. Not to get ahead of ourselves, but Pacific Theater is coming with Japanese and American forces being introduced into the game.
So the climax of World War II, at least for us Americans, that's what we think of when we think of World War. We just celebrated or honored those who fought in D-Day. So this is bringing us to that point. You know, that's the point of World War II that, you know, we really think about. So we wish almost the game launched with that, but it's coming. You know.
So two of the big maps that we saw today are Al Sundan and Marita. Al Sandan is a Northern African map that we saw under No Flag, which was a campaign mission in Battlefield 5, and then Marita is one of the French.
Yeah.
I think it's Greece.
Greece, and yeah, there was some
That's
other
Greece,
French
right.
locations
Yeah.
that it was showing. But yeah, what it was getting at after showing both maps, Al Sandan is a very vehicle-based, wide, big, classic battlefield moment where you're using planes, vehicles, and all to experience all-out warfare. Where Marita was small infantry-based, no vehicles type combat, and then it goes into the what we were talking about, where we saw some French locations. Is it's going to bring a lot more close quarters encounters into Battlefield 5 as well.
Yeah, and some of those look really interesting to me. I called out that Battlefield 3's Close Quarters expansion pack was probably my favorite expansion pack of that whole game. I know it's not the typical Battlefield formula that we're used to seeing, but something about it, the gunplay in Battlefield is great, and like to really get a focus on that is awesome.
Yeah.
And so just to see like some of the streets that were introduced in like these tight buildings and everything. I can imagine being in the second story shooting across the street at people on that, or some of the ones that were that we've seen in the Firestorm map today. They're all being introduced in there. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I personally think that's more fun because it is more intimate with your team.
Yeah.
It's not, come on, run over here, get in the tank. What's that about?
Especially with the vehicles that are offered to us in World War II. You don't have like the transport helicopters and all that.
Right. Where it's like, again, I'm addicted to PUBG, so, but you're really close to your team when you're playing a squad match.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, hey, I'm gonna go drive a truck, I'm gonna go do this, that. You're all looking around and all that because it's infantry-based focus. So when we come to these close quarters combats and it's infantry focused, that you're really using your team, because if you don't, you're going to be at a disadvantage. So that's why I think we have a lot more fun with it. That's why I think a lot of Battlefield players have more fun with it. And luckily, that's why DICE and EA are bringing at least best of both worlds. They're putting those vehicles in there, and they're giving us the close quarters. So I'm definitely going to try it out. Like I've said, I've not played Battlefield 5 nearly as much as I did before. I'm going to continue to play PUBG. That's not going to change. But yeah,
I can bring him in a little bit easier now that we've got some good content.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll definitely have more reason to put out more videos of that.
Now, one game I probably won't be able to pull him into playing with me is FIFA 20. FIFA 20 it looks like it's actually going to be pretty cool though this time around. The big thing that they're trying to show off with the trailers that we saw today, and I would imagine they're going to probably dominate their marketing with, is the new Volta game type that is being introduced into FIFA. Volta it looks like it's a more street style form of soccer. We got a 3v3 and a 4v4 game type with no keeper, and then a 4v4 and a 5v5 with a keeper. So it's just bringing it down to like the indoor, small, street level game type.
Yeah. So that'll be really exciting. If you saw our reaction video, those old days of FIFA Street, and then NFL Street and all that, those were the days when I was really excited about the sports games.
Yep.
And so maybe this is a move to bring again the best of both worlds. You're going to have your classic professional soccer, but you're also going to have that street ball that it emphasizes and plays the game in different areas.
Yeah, and I even saw some of the details in articles I was reading that they're trying to. I think that they're going to back off some of the defensive skills from the AI and really let the players like flashy skills of like doing tricks and all that shine through a little bit more. I know that you can do that in today's FIFA, but it's kind of just like, oh, look at this cool thing I can do. But it sounds like they're going to actually like let you use that to your advantage a little bit more and back off the AI skill from stopping you from doing that. So that's all the stuff that we saw from EA Play. But do you have anything that you are looking forward to seeing throughout E3?
Yeah, so we have the Xbox coming soon. Maybe they're talking about the new model. We know from reports that Microsoft and Sony are working to better both of their consoles.
Yeah, cross-platform.
Right, cross-platform.
Let's see if we can get that.
And then Square Enix is coming, and we know the Avengers game is coming, and I'm really looking forward to that. What else we got?
Gears 5 and Halo, that's the big things I'm wanting to see. I know we got a little demo basically of what the new engine that 343 is working on, but we didn't really see what they're bringing in terms of Halo. We know that they're trying to revert back to an older style, the old art style for Halo, for what we fell in love with Halo, that kind of style. And they're apparently trying to get back to more of the exploration vibe and like make it feel real sci-fi instead of just like godlike prophecy fulfillment that Halo has moved into. So I'll be curious to see that. And then obviously continuation of Gears of War franchise.
Yeah,
awesome.
and with Gears, I actually read that Gears 4 was the Coalition's opportunity to show us that they can make a Gears game. Gears 5 is now that we showed you this, let's introduce some new stuff and show you what we got.
Yeah.
So exciting new stuff, and yeah, maybe some stuff we won't be expecting from Gears of War. So hopefully it'll be some good stuff.
Awesome. But that's going to do it for today. Hopefully we have some cool stuff. I'm sure we'll have some cool stuff to show you coming out of tomorrow with Microsoft, and I believe Bethesda is going tomorrow. But we'll keep you posted. Make sure you're following us on social media, especially on Instagram with our handle, boomtoasted_gaming on Instagram. And then make sure you remember to like and subscribe to this channel. More coming at you soon, and thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.